up, everybody? What is going on? It's your girl, Jay. Welcome back to my channel. This is the JSpotNetwork. This is JSpot Live, if I can speak. And let me do that again, because I messed it all up. Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? It's your girl, Jay. Welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday night, and we are live. Y'all, it's been a week. It's only been 2 days in a week. It's been a week for me already. I can't even get my stuff down. What is up, Go Tiger Hoops? What is going on? We got a special guest in the comments tonight. Shout out to Go Tiger Hoops. Now, if y'all don't know who this is, and y'all should, because this is the premier channel for all things LSU, all things Chicago Sky, because, you know, one of the best LSU players to come out of there, Angel Reese, plays for Chicago Sky. And so they stream Chicago Sky games over there. But shout out to Go Tiger Hoops. Shout out Cheyenne. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Jeremy is in the house. What is going on, Jeremy? I had a time, y'all. It's been, I'm gonna get into it in a second. Let me say hi to everybody. Let me do this and hold on, y'all. Can I lower my camera a little bit? I feel like the banner's like cut me off. Hey Jeremy, what's going on? Summer's in the house. Hey Summer, what's going on? I see. Juju is in the house. Juju, what is going on? Shout out JSpot in chat. Moses is here. Hey Moses. Juju saying hello to Go Tiger Hoops. Jeremy, the only thing, is that what you mean we've been waiting on? Is LSU versus South Carolina? Tell me about it. Go Tiger Hoops says, shout out to you, babes. Going to be a great pod today. I hope so. And I think I get excited when I see the people that I'm a fan of show up in my lives. I really appreciate it. I'm just trying to be like you one day. Moses says the volume is low. The volume is low? Is that better? Let me know if that's better. Why is the volume low? Let me know if that's better. I changed, hold on. Audio. Check. Is that better at all? Anybody? Summer says my TV is at 84. Let me know, because to me, I'm loud. I don't know what you guys hear. Let me know if it's still, if it's still low. Okay? Because I can't really, I can turn my mic up, but then I feel like I'm too loud. It's still low? Damn. Why is it low? Huh. Hold on, let me turn this down. Check. Is that better? Because I can't hear what you guys can hear. Let me know if it's better or if it's still low. The TV is low. Huh. Maybe if... Check. Is that better? Yeah, y'all let me know. Is that better? I think because... Is it trying to use my... Yeah, but why do y'all have to turn y'all TV up so high? I don't want y'all to have to do that. It might be the program that I'm using, but normally it's okay. That sucks. I'm sorry that my volume sucks. Huh. Mm, I'm looking at the settings right now, y'all. So hold on one second. Mm, are you sure I'm good? Because I don't, y'all, you know how I feel about my productions. My productions have to be A1. If they not, I get upset. When I watch back and I see that the quality is not as good as I wanted it to be, I don't like it. So just let me know. To me, I sound mad loud. So I'm going to turn my earphones down. So, hey, wait a minute. What is going on? Go Tiger Hoops. That was not necessary. Shout out to you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let me get into the show. Y'all, I'm sorry. If it's low, turn your volume up. Act like I'm the vinyl basketball club and turn the vinyl up, okay? I mean, turn the volume up. All right. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about, and let me tell y'all first and foremost, I had graphics ready. I had the topics ready. I just needed to move them over to this program. I did not have time to do that. I am in Central Texas, and we had snow and ice, and that's not necessarily foreign to me because I'm from Michigan. I grew up in Michigan. It's not a huge deal, but every time it happens in Texas, it is a huge deal because things shut down. It's dangerous on the road because they don't know how to treat the roads, pre-treat them 100%. So it was a time. Even though I didn't even work. Did I work like 8 hours? I didn't even work 8 hours today, but I've been gone from my house from 7:45 till I just got here I've been gone for 12 hours. 12 whole hours because it took me almost 2 hours to get to work. And then when I got off work, I closed everything down early, got off work, had to go get dog food, come home, make me something to eat, make my dog something to eat, feed them, make sure they go to sleep, and then jump on here. I didn't have time to do anything in between. So I'm so sorry that I don't have the graphics for y'all today, but we still gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about. So first and foremost, also I didn't say hi. Shonda, how are you? Thank you for showing up, coming to the show, showing up, watching my live. I appreciate y'all. SC Bread. I don't know if I said hello to you. I know I said hello to Moses. Okay. Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter. What is going on? What is going on with Kennedy and Chicago? I was so certain that they were going to give her a qualifying offer as a restricted free agent so she can go shop around and then they would decide if they wanted to match her contract. Well, little did I know, Jeffrey said, no, we're good. And he didn't give her an offer, which makes her no, she was a restricted free agent, if I said that right. She was a restricted free agent, which means she can talk to other teams, but Chicago ultimately had the opportunity to match that contract, and then they either match it or they don't. He did not give her an offer, which means she is unrestricted, which means she gets to go wherever she wants to go, talk to any other team she wants, and then she can decide. Meaning Chicago has nothing to do with whatever she's going to do. If she talks to Chicago and they come to an agreement, she can stay there. But if she talks to other teams, they offer her what they offer. That is what it is. I'm I am just I'm flabbergasted. I really wanted Kennedy on Chicago Sky. I thought she worked well with Camilla and Angel, but you know, some other sources and Jeff felt differently. Um, I mean, I don't know. We don't know what the conversations were had behind the scenes, but it's just very sad. I mean, I'll bring up. Let me see if I can find it. I'll bring up the uh the little snippet of what was said. Let me see if I can find it. Mm, things were said, and then Kennedy got on Twitter and she said some things. And then people thought that maybe she was talking about Angel. And then she said she was talking about herself. She wasn't talking about anybody else. Then she got on some spaces or a space. Do y'all call it a spaces? She got in one of the spaces chats. Uh, talked in there, answered questions. And you know how Kennedy is. She's very cryptic. She'll say, some things, and then she'll be like, "Well, I'm not gonna reveal everything right now. You just have to wait and see." But this is what was said, and I don't know where they got this from. I don't know who wrote this. Oh, Chicago Sun Times. If that's where it came from, that means Annie. Annie wrote this. So let's read what was said. It said, according to multiple league sources, players were unhappy with the dynamic created in the locker room last year due to Carter's behavior, which went unchecked by former coach Teresa Weatherspoon. There was concern within the team regarding how re-signing Carter would impact the Sky's chances of landing other free agents. Paglioka, how do you say his name? I just call him Jeffrey. Jeff has in the past, Jeff has in past press conferences made clear that while roster decisions will ultimately be his to make, he plans to collaborate with new coach Tyler Marsh and Sky ownership. This indicates that it was likely a joint decision not to offer Carter. Last week, offers went out to guard Dana Evans and forward Michaela Onyenwere, making them restricted free agents, meaning they get to talk to other teams. And then Chicago has, again, like I said, Chicago has the right to beat that offer they got from somewhere else and decide to keep them there. Now, I hope they keep Mick. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. An offer also went out to reserve free agent Nicolina Milik. As a reserve free agent, the offer is the same as that of a restricted, but Mikulik can only negotiate with Sky. Beginning tomorrow, which I don't know what day this was, yesterday, Evans and Onyenwere can negotiate with other teams, but Sky will have the right to first refusal. And this is what Jeffrey had to say about Kennedy. Kennedy had an incredible season for us last year. She's extremely talented and is a player that can impact the game at the highest level in our league. We absolutely appreciate all she did for our team last year. However, we've made changes to our staff and will make changes to our roster. Those changes impact Kennedy's fit on the team, so we wanted to give her the best opportunity as a free agent. So it sounds like to me, Jeff said, we're good. He's talking in past tense, like it don't really matter what happens after this, that Kennedy won't be on the Sky. So I went through a series of emotions yesterday. I'm not even gonna lie, because first I really, like I said, I really liked Kennedy, Angel, and Camilla playing together. I liked the potential of them playing together. I felt like Kennedy was starting to get a feel for how to get Angel and Camilla the ball, especially Camilla. I felt like it was a relationship they're building. We already saw like the Barbie and Ken thing, but I felt like it was starting to be a really good dynamic with Kennedy and Camilla. So I wanted that. I wanted to see how that would grow and how they can grow as a nucleus on that team with those three. So I was very disappointed when I saw that, or I heard that they weren't going to offer her. Then, and then also they talked about her being like a problem in the locker room. And I was like, people always coming down on Kennedy. Like, I haven't, I mean, I'm not in the locker room, but I'm like, whatever has happened has followed this girl through her career, and it's not fair. They got to let her grow. We don't really know what's going on. She seemed to be okay. Teaspoon made her a starter, all this other stuff. Then she started kind of, I wouldn't say crashing out, but she was doing a lot online. First, it was like little things here and there. I only saw like two things. And then Summer started sending me all this stuff that she was saying. And it was one particular post where it looked like she might have been shading um, Angel, which we already know as Reese's. I'm a Reese. Some of us Reese's, you know, kind of have the radar is on 10. So anything that might look or sound like it might have something to do with Angel, they go off. They go from 0 to 100 real quick. Um, so this person, they were talking about, Kennedy made mention about layups and how they're important, right? And we all know as soon as you talk about layups, the enemy is going to come in and they have to bring up Angel and her field goal percentage and finishing around the rim. We already know that. So that was already in the atmosphere. She's talking about making layups, how they're important. It takes a special skill to be able to make your layups. She was watching Unrivaled, and somebody said something else. They started talking about that. And then somebody posted a graphic that showed the best, I think it said something like the best field goal percentage, best layup percentage or something by position. And then they had guards, shooting guards, point guards, forwards, centers, all that. Of course, they had Angel on there and they had Camilla. Angel on there at the bottom or near the bottom. Camilla on there near the bottom. By the way, Camilla's like 51%, but she's near the bottom because the other centers are above that. Well, Kennedy liked that or said something to it, like something in agreement with that. So maybe she was looking at herself sitting at the top and not looking at Angel at the bottom. But of course, again, the radar went off for the Reese's and they thought that she was kind of shading her. So then that was a thing. And then Kennedy said it wasn't about her. But I'm like, if you comment on something that has her graphic on it, you kind of already know, especially if you know her and you're friends with her or you're teammates with her, you know how the internet can just take something and blow it up. So if it were me, I wouldn't even comment on something that had her name on it, or I would specifically say I like what I see for me on there and make sure I'm not saying anything like that can be misinterpreted. So then that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And, then I was like, let me just go to bed because I don't know what's going on. So I have all kind of emotions where it comes to Kennedy. And, ultimately I just want Kennedy to go somewhere where she's gonna, thrive and and can do her thing. I think Kennedy is a special type of player. I hope she can get with a team that can respect her and love on her and nurture her and allow her to be the best she can be. I also kind of felt like watching her in China this season right now. I'm seeing what she's doing. The girl is scoring 40 points a night. And if she's not scoring 40, she's scoring like 38. She's doing well in assists. She's doing well in a lot of other spots, but mainly scoring. She is there scoring. Like she's that they just give the ball to her the whole time. They just give the ball to her. She might pass it sometimes, but most of the time she's taking the shots. They made her MVP. So if Jeff and Tyler, and mainly Tyler, if Tyler said, "Hey, I want this team to be surrounded. I want this team. I want to go through Camilla and Angel, and then I want to build up a team around them to not only make them two successful, then I want to make the team successful. If they're going to really play through those two, if they're really going to put all the firepower around them to make them better players and have them be the main offense, it's kind of you're kind of are like dampening a player like Kennedy's light because she's that scorer. And I'm not saying she's going to come to the W and score 40 points every night. We know they do things overseas that doesn't always translate here. But Kennedy is for all intents and purposes, she is a scorer. So for you to kind of, if you're going to say you have to be the third or fourth option because we're always going to go through post first, whether that's whoever else is in the post, but Angel, Camilla, E Will, if Izzy's still there, whoever they have, we're going to go through them. Um, your job is to make sure they get the ball, and if they can't get the ball, then you be ready to take your shot. Can a player like Kennedy, with the way that she has the firepower, is she willing to like do that? You know what I'm saying? Basketball is a career, and you always, as a basketball player, sometimes you sacrifice things to get to the bigger goal of a championship because that's what everybody plays for. But at the same time, you don't want to take your light away unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Sometimes you are selfish. Sometimes you feel selfish, and you need to go somewhere where you can fit. And I'm not mad at that at all. I don't take that. I'm not saying that's against Angel or Camilla, or Kennedy may not even be thinking that. I'm just thinking, with a scorer like Kennedy, can she fit in that program? And I guess that's what Jeff is trying to say, that maybe not. And I don't know if that necessarily is a bad thing. I'm just sad because I thought Kennedy would be great being there. And I'm sorry I ignored all y'all's comments. I'm going to them right now. But I forgot to do my little, I don't know if y'all heard a noise when I got my little super chat, but I'm going to bring this up real quick again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I forget. Miss D is in the house. What's going on? Hey, Miss D. George says hello from South Louisiana. Snow is crazy. Oh no, y'all got more snow than I did over here. Moses says, same for me, Jay. I'm in Pennsylvania and live in the South. 1 inch of snow is a big deal down here. It really is. Everything shuts down. Um, Miss D said, that's sad. They made her the villain. SC Bread said, the weather calling for snow, and it hasn't for years in this area, the low country of South Carolina. Yeah, it's snowing in places. Other places are on fire. Other places are frozen. Some places are hot that they're not supposed to be. It's a lot. It's a lot happening. Jeremy says the GM is choosing Dana over Kennedy. I'm not so sure about that, but you know what? I can't even say what I'm sure about anymore because I just don't know what Jeff is thinking. Um, I'm thinking if he's willing to let Kennedy go because he feels like she doesn't fit in what they're trying to do, then you don't keep Kennedy. I mean, you don't keep Dana either, because I think Dana struggled with being able to. She was struggling with what her role was on that team, as I think everybody was last season on that team, even because they were switching from being guard heavy, Chicago being a guard heavy team, to being a post first team. And it was kind of an abrupt turn. and everybody couldn't get with it. So if Dana is cool with being a supplement to the bigs, then okay. But if she's not, and she is not willing to modify her game to make it work for that purpose, then yes, she's got to go. So I don't know the conversations that they've had. Maybe they've had those conversations and she's staying. I don't know. Great benefactors here. What's going on? Miss D says, I missed the X space. Sorry, hold on. She was in. She took the high road on a space WNBA radio. Okay. Summer says W Twitter blew up last night. It really did. RC is in the house. JSpot, what's up, homie? What's good? What's going on? RC, sorry. Go Tiger Hoop says WNBA Twitter until 3 a.m. this morning. That's crazy. I went to bed at like 9 or 10. I don't know what time it was, but I was not going to be a part of that. Those shenanigans. It was too much. It was too much going on. George says whoever gets Carter is going to go far. She has something to prove. All right. Banji Baby says she wants to get picked up by another team first, probably. Yeah. Summer says, I woke up this morning and said, it's still going on. RC says, no more blowups from Kennedy is what's needed. Her skills are fire. Brittany is in the house. Hey, JSpot, what's going on, Brittany? Tiffy says, Jeff Petty behind would trade away Mick before trading away Dana. I'm sick. No way. Now, if he trades away Mick and Dana's still on that team, I don't even know. I don't even have words for that. Go Tiger Hoop says crashing out if they don't keep Mick. That part. Someone says they better keep Mick. KK, what's going on, sister? How is it going? KK says, hey Jay. RC says Chicago Sky gets to get it together. As a Fever fan, Sky gets to do better and stop with the bull crap and do right. Don't waste your talents. Be careful how you say coming in here as a Fever fan, RC, because you know how that goes. But I get what you're saying, but you got to watch your words. SC Bread says the snow is an omen for LSU women's basketball Thursday versus the Gamecocks. Okay. Tiffy says to Go Tiger Hoops, you hear me? That would be the fourth person close to Angel that Jeff shipped off. The crash out would be astronomical. I almost went live last night. Had I not had a live, that's what it was. I had a live last night. I didn't get off the live until 11:30. And then I was like, I can't stay up watching this stuff. I got to go to bed. That's what happened. But yeah, I would have went live from my living room like I normally do when Chicago Sky does something crazy. But I didn't have time because I had to be live to talk about Unrivaled last night. But yeah, if they get rid of Mick, it's gonna be a crash out. Shout out to Mac. Tiger Hoop says, Mac, I'll miss you. I know. I can't believe my family is breaking up. Tiffy says Mac 2024 to 2025. Do we need to put that on a t-shirt with some clouds in the background? Can we do that? Can we get some rest in peace shirts? Adrian says, hey, Jay, what's going on? Adrian. Miss D says, yeah, the Mac was fired. Damn, Jeff. Adrian says, you said you ate with this. She said you ate with this. Who? What we talking about? Who ate? Miss D says it's not going to be the same with Dana. What do you mean? Having Dana on and Kennedy not? Summer says, or just her, she not gonna act right. Is that what you're saying? Dana not gonna act right. Summer says it was a hot mess last night. Adrian says definitely was Summer. So everybody saw the crash out happening last night on Twitter. Tiffy says Kennedy loved her rooks. She just wants more love and recognition, but my little baby in therapy and she'll go far. Okay. Therapy is always good. So I'm happy she's there. Miss D says they need some guards. Dana and Lindsay not going to help them. Yeah, I agree. Summer says, you know who I want, Dejanay. Right. We shall see. Brittany says they should have offered her so she doesn't walk for free. Kennedy needs a veteran team with leadership that will give her grace and work with her. She's talented, just needs direction. I mean, I said this a long time ago. I see Kennedy going to the Aces. If KP leaves the Aces, I think they should pick up Kennedy. And I think Kennedy being around Chelsea Gray, Asia, um, Jackie, like they're she's already coming into like a family of people. I think they can help nurture her. And it's kind of like you just want to be loved on. Like aces love each other. They do. So you either get with the program or you're not around. So I can, I don't see Kennedy as a problem. Like I don't know, but I mean, I guess a lot of people feel that way. So just going off of what my feelings are, I think she can get with the group like the aces and really like feel what family feels like in basketball form. And I think she can perform. I think she'd be great. Tiffy says Kennedy was also a great facilitator. She was the only guard who could run the pick and roll effectively. Jeff and Tyler messed up. Yeah, I think it's more so Jeff than Tyler. I think Jeff is always going to throw his weight around. He's going to do what he wants to do regardless. I think I'm not going to say Tyler didn't have any say in it, but Jeff seems like that type that he's got to be in charge no matter what. So either Tyler can agree with him or he can be fired. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? Summer says, I'm hearing Ken to LV. I just said that. I didn't even see your comment. I just said that. Asia doesn't play about her team though. That part, but that's what I'm saying. Like they're going to accept you in because they already have a tight knit family. The core four, well, the core three if KP leaves, and you got AC, you got Sid if she's still around. Like those players love each other, like for real, for real. So if you're going to be accepted into that group, you got to be willing to accept the criticism, accept getting cussed out, because Asia's gonna cuss you out. Becky's gonna cuss you out. Probably some of your other teammates are gonna cuss you out. Can you take that? Can you take it on the chin and come out to play harder? And then once the trust is built, Asia will allow you to also cuss her out. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it right out the gate. It's got to be some time there. You got to put some skin in the game first. But once you're a part of that family, they all, kind of rally each other together and will call each other out if they need to in order to get the job done. So I think that can be a good environment for Kennedy to be in if she's willing to be there. Spoiled Brat said, I see BG to Vegas. No, yes and no. Yes and no, spoiled brat. And I'll say because Asia does need help. Asia does need help in the post. And BG is definitely more of a scorer than Kia Stokes is. Like you're gonna get some points from BG. You'll get some defense, but you'll get some offense from BG that you don't get from Kia. The only thing is, how effective is she going to be um, helping Asia? Because BG is like, I think this might be her last year of playing. I think she might end up retiring pretty soon. Does she really? I mean, I don't say does she really want to play, but is she going to go in and really battle the way Asia needs her to battle in these games to help Asia, or is Asia still going to have to do everything herself? You know what I'm saying? If people aren't producing, I don't I don't know. I don't know. SC Bread says, what? Angel Reese is like a deadly snake, always coiled and ready to strike. What does that mean? Are you talking about basketball wise? Tiffy says if Vegas gets Kennedy and BG, just give them the chip. Everyone go home and try again. Yeah, if they get both of them, yeah, that might be a wrap because whatever BG is not doing, Kennedy is going to supplement that. And then those two together would definitely give um Asia room to just do whatever it is that she wants to do. If she wants to score that night, she's going to score. If she wants to work, do defense that day, she's going to do defense. If she wants to help her roommates, help her teammates score, that's what she's going to do. So, I mean, that could be good. Also, we got to look at just team chemistry as well. Having big names there that we know they can all play together. They can all play individually. We don't know how that chemistry on the floor is going to look like. I mean, look at that Unrivaled right now. Sorry, guys, I had to blow my nose. Um, RC says, hi to Summer. Adrian said, what SC bread? That's the same thing I said. I don't know what that was. Summer's laughing at Tiffy. Adrian says, ignore, trust me. Oh, yeah. Groovy says, what up? What did I miss? Groovy, you weren't the first person today. What's going on? How are you? Summer is RC for you to say, bruh, who you is. What? Go Tiger Who said we gotta riot. We gotta do something. RC says, never mind, Summer. Obviously you knew it was I. Oh. Darnell says, where my SC fans at? You might go on a 12-2 run in CLA this Thursday. We might go on a 12-2 run. Adrian says, oh, Summer, I don't get into none of that. RC says, miss you guys. Looking forward to jumping into comments when Jay and Seth recap Unrivaled games. Yep, Seth and I go live after every Unrivaled game night, because they play 2 games a night, and we go live 30 minutes after that. Brittany says, Las Vegas seems like a good spot. They need more speed and shot creation, especially with the uncertainty of KP. Asia is a great leader, willing to learn and lead different personalities. Yeah. KK says, I'm doing good, girlie, just enjoying the snow in Baton Rouge. Oh, yeah, y'all got snow? It's been all kind of stuff happening all over. I hope you are well and you're not shut in, or you got all your groceries and got everything you need, and you're good. So we got snow, but we're all right. We didn't get as much as you guys got. RC says, I kind of want my Bruins to lose a game. Kind of don't, but I'm not in this for the undefeated season. I want a national title. We got the stars and versatility, but do we have the heart and grit though? Uh, we shall see. We shall see, RC. Adrian says Kennedy said that to the Post. Oh, wait, let me go back and see what you said, because I just forgot that quick. I just forgot. I don't know where your thing is. I'll find it. Chris says, uh, oh, thank you, Chris. Ken said you ate with this. Talking about that post, that graphic that I was talking about that had Angel and Camilla on the bottom. Mainly people were pointing out Angel. They wasn't really talking about Camilla. So thank you, Chris. Ken said you ate with this, and they think it was targeted at Angel, meaning she ate with her offensive rebounds because her layups low. Tiger Hoop says, to me, it sounded like Kim was hinting to Dana being in Jeff ear, etc., about minutes and other things. I don't know if I want Dana on the sky next year for real. Um, I also get that. There was a clip I listened to in the spaces, and it she did say something to that about, you know, what what some guy asked a question about. I don't know if it's a guy or girl. I don't want to say anything, but the person asked Kennedy would she be interested in speaking to other teams if they wanted her to come off the bench. And then Kennedy kind of started going off and was like, "Did you not see me last year? Did you not see I came off the bench? Did you not see that, how I was pretty much how I was upgraded and I became a starter?" She didn't say these words, but she was like, "You didn't see that, how I came with all the energy and things weren't working the way they were, and then all of a sudden, they put me as a starter, and then things start to turn around, and we different things get accomplished. You see how that happened, like, and then you got people that that weren't doing those things, and so I immediately thought about Dana when she said that. Go Tiger Hoop says Teaspoon may also be going to the Sky staff. I would say I would like that, but she ain't going nowhere near Jeff. I don't think she I don't think she wants to do that. From the way that Cheryl Swoops said it right when it happened, after she talked to Teaspoon, and now maybe Teaspoon is not as upset as she was when it first happened, but Cheryl Swoops pretty much said that Teaspoon didn't want to have anything else to do with that organization, period, as long as Jeff is there. Like, she didn't appreciate how she was treated. She didn't appreciate how things went down with the firing. So I don't see her going back there to be with Jeff. Now, I do. I saw that Las Vegas hired another assistant coach. So she has her two assistant coaches that she was missing when Tyler and Natalie left. Now, New York just lost their assistant coach to, where did she go? Now I can't remember where she went. If y'all know, y'all let me know in the chat. But she went somewhere. She got a promotion to go somewhere. Did she go to Dallas? I'm not sure, but she's no longer in New York. So there's an opening for an assistant coach in New York. And I can see Teaspoon wanting to go back to New York, because y'all know how much she loves New York. Adrian says they may be using Dana for trade, hopefully. Maybe, but who are they gonna get for Dana? Like, no shade. I'm not trying to come for her, but isn't that why things fell apart in the first place? She asked for a trade, and it just didn't happen, because I don't think from what was being said was that, and I don't know how true this is, they were making a trade with Vegas for Dana, and I think who they wanted to trade, Chicago didn't want, and so it fell apart. I believe, and again, I don't know this to be true, they were trying to trade KB for Dana. If Dana was going to go to Vegas, they wanted Chicago to take KB, and the Chicago didn't want that, so trades fell apart, and then that was it. So I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know how much, or who they can get for Dana. KK says, "Please, Lord, I don't want Dana Evans at point guard. PG1. I'm a scream. Will never forget when she threw the ball at the backboard. Like, man, what the hell? Dana is not no point guard one. Now, if she gonna be on the team, that's fine. But put Dana where she's most effective, and that is to me as a shooting guard. She don't need to be a point guard unless, like I said, she's gained those skills over this time where she's much better. But if you cannot pass it into the bigs, you can't be a point guard on Chicago Sky, which is why we need somebody like Olivia Miles, even if she is playing behind a veteran PG. I don't know whether she starts or whatever, but that cultivating a talent like that we know knows how to pass and get it to the right people, that's what we need. But that can also score when needed. That's what we need. Pow pow. Pow Pow now is more of a shooting guard than she is a point guard because she's on the floor a lot with Raven who clearly runs the floor. So she knows how to get it there. She's played with Camilla, of course. But I think she wanted to expand her game just in case she didn't work out as a point guard somewhere, and that she wanted to also show she can be a one or two if needed. But Dana as the point guard, nah. Mm-mm. Uh, Adrian says, "Oh, to RC, miss you." RC says, "J Spot, I personally do not like BG in these unrivaled. She's moving around like a giraffe with a beer belly. Oh my gosh." Which is why I don't think that, but which is why I'm concerned about her going to the Aces because I want to know exactly like how much is she going to be able to input or output for the team. RC says y'all gonna throw beer bottles, dirty diapers, tomatoes at me for rooting for the CC squad. Okay, what's the CC? Oh, you talking about fever? Yeah, don't be saying that too much around these parts. Um, Chris says all the older players are trying to make it to that 2026 payday. Right. They trying to hold on for dear life so they can get something out of it. Um, RC says, side note, Teaspoon coaching my vinyls like she want back in the league. Teaspoon is showing that she ain't no one hitter quitter. That she deserved much more than she got from Jeffrey and the Chicago Sky front office. And I'm loving the fact that, they're winning right now. I love it. While y'all are in here, go ahead and give me the likes. I know I have this banner down here. It's very tiny. I don't like how it's tiny. I'm gonna take it off real quick. Um, but give me the likes if y'all in here. Go ahead and thumbs up. If you like the show, go ahead and subscribe to the JSpot network. I have all kind of stuff on here. Mainly talk about basketball right now, but I talk about a lot of other things. If you're feeling in the mood of giving, the spirit of giving, and you want to support the show, I do. I take super likes. I have that as an option. Super stickers. You can buy me a coffee. You can hit my Cash App. What else do I have? I think that's it. But if you want to bless the platform, feel free to go ahead and bless the platform. Um, let's see. Tiffy says to Chris, that was an angel shade. Ken only cared that she was at the top of the list. Other teammates were at the bottom. At some point, we Angel fans need to stop the hysteria. They real life friends. And that's kind of what I was saying. Like we're all Reese's. I know I'm a Reese. I mean, obviously, I don't know if y'all see peep the gear that I got on. I keep me a Angel Reese piece of merch on. but um sometimes we crash out real fast, real hard sometimes. Jonathan is in the house. Hey Jonathan. Brittany says instead of BG, give me Natasha Howard to Vegas. Okay. I'm with that. I'm with that. That's not a bad idea. Summer says, "Oh, Teaspoon is doing her big one in Unrivaled. I absolutely love this for her. She deserves another chance." Summer says, "Not Natasha Howard in Vegas will be a big get." Yep. Um, Essie Bread, I'm not giving you. You not getting no. I'm not bringing that up. Talking about that, you might get put in timeout. You might want to just watch what you saying. I don't know what you're really trying to say, but watch it. I will hit that timeout button. Jonathan says we're snowed in Houston. Are you? What part of Houston? Summer, are you okay? You didn't tell me you were snowed in. Moses says, RC, I didn't know that was you. I was wondering why Jay kept mentioning your name, but you changed your name for the 2,000th time. You know, Moses, how RC gets down. RC will change the picture, change the name, change the at. I I don't even know how I knew it was him. Maybe because how not tonight, but another day when he had changed his name. I think I know him how he greets me. I know that's RC. Pharaoh. I hope I'm saying that right. South Carolina Gamecocks hand LSU their first loss of the year. We're gonna get into that. RC says, just call me incognito. Yeah, Adrian, no worries about that. We're not doing that. Tiffy says, don't pass up 6'9" next to 6'4". They'd be unstoppable front court. Yeah, I'm not saying I know you're talking to Brittany. I know you don't pass up 6'9", because I mean, you can't teach like what did they say? You can't teach 6'9". You can't teach that. Britt is a baller. I'm just saying I want somebody there. If she's gonna be there, um, I need her to help Asia, be a help to the team, not I wouldn't say a burden, but just I don't know if she has the full energy that is needed to help out where it's needed on the Aces. Because everybody throws their best thing at the Aces, which is why they were struggling last season. No matter what, even though the Aces didn't win this past season, when you play the Aces, you're still going to put your best foot forward. You're still going to turn on the Jets. You're still going to try to do whatever you can do to outdo the Aces just because they are those girls and they have the best player in the whole wide world on their team. So you got to have somebody on that team. I mean, if you look at it, you have Tip who came out of retirement. Tip is playing like she's 22 years old. I don't know where all that energy is coming from. I mean, she ain't old, but she retired. I think she's like, did she say she was like 30? I don't know how old Tip is, 33 or something like that. BG, I don't know how old BG is, but BG has had several injuries. I think recently she broke her foot. She's playing right now in Unrivaled and not looking as spry as is needed for that league. So, that's all I'm saying. Chris says it was a guy who asked her and she was mad AF. She was. I remember that. She was like, "You ain't see me? Oh, you don't watch. You don't watch though." And he was like, "No, no, no, I'm not saying that. I wasn't saying that. I was just asking a question. No, no, you didn't watch. So you just talk. You don't actually watch what happened." I was like, "Whoa, Kennedy." He said he didn't mean it like that. Moses says Kennedy was speaking facts. It was shade, but it was the truth. Summer says last night was a movie for real. Go ahead, Summer. Farrell says Gamecocks will win by 29 over LSU. 29? Ooh. Jonathan says, "See, I knew Jeff P was a cancer to the Sky organization." Tiffy says, "Whole time the locker room cancer was Jeff and his macadamia nut cookie tape, not the macadamia nut cookie." Okay. Summer says she finds that quite hilarious that you think that South Carolina is going to beat LSU by 29. Brittany says, "My concern with BG is the lack of floor spacing for Asia in the paint and come to the final four teams. BG will be played off the floor because of her lack of foot speed and space in the game." Chris says, "Always hard to predict basketball scores because a huge part is just about who's hitting shots." Marcus J, what's going on? What they gonna trade Dana for? A bag of chips and some. Oh my God. I cannot with y'all. That's not right. Moving on. Summer says, I think Ray Burrell may be an option for the Sky. I like Ray. I like Ray Burrell. I'm not mad at that. She's been balling in Unrivaled. I mean, I saw her playing in LA, obviously, but I like Ray. I think she'd be good on the Sky. RC says, Summer, did you say Ray Burrell? What? Why are you laughing at that? Summer says, all I know is we better keep our third pick. Yeah, we don't need to be trading no third pick. People keep saying that. They need to trade their third pick for somebody or whoever. They need to trade their third and 10th pick. For what? No. Maybe trade the 10th pick. Do not trade that third pick. That don't make no sense to me. Chris says Liv will start from day one. She is the next Chelsea Gray. And I want her to start. I'm just saying I don't know. I don't know what Jeff and them got going on over there. Adrian says Marcus, they said they had some interest on her. Summer says, yep, I've seen the same thing. Jonathan says, I can't wait until the next 2 days between LSU and South Carolina. Brittany says Asia won't need to play center as much. Her signature shot is mid range. I think that could work. Yeah, I mean, if BG is there, she doesn't have to play center at all, and Asia doesn't want to play center. Like she said, like she's a four. She likes her stretch four position. She never really wanted to play the five, but she had to kind of play that with the ins and out of Candace being there, and then Kia and stuff like that. Marcus says, what interest did any teams out there have in trading Dana? Louay is in the house. What up, JSpot? What's going on, Louay? Adrian says Annie said it in an article, Marcus, but nothing the Sky wanted, so they didn't go through with it. Marcus says if there were any interest on trading her, it died out real quick. Yeah, it did. It did. They ended up trading Marina. Jonathan says, yeah, I'm in the sunny side part of Houston. Okay, sunny side. Jonathan says Tiffany Tip is 34. Okay, 34, and I don't know how old BG is, but Tip is playing like she got new legs. She throwing her body all over the place. She's all over the place. Adrian said they definitely need to keep their third pick and 10th and try to get some unrestricted free agents. Brian, long time no see. How you been? Brian says South Carolina going to run them Tigers right out of the arena. Brittany says to Tiffy, I just like Asia's defense against the stretch fives more than I would BG. Natasha can cover fours and switch better on teams that run a five out offense. Okay, I get it. I see the point. Brian says Aces better get BG. BG with the fever would be insane. Who did they have? Oh, Timmy. Wait, who's their five? Oh, Aaliyah Boston. Yeah, they can't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is BG coming off the bench? I don't see them benching AB. Bree Wayne is in the house. What's going on, Bree Wayne? It's not many people out here that are LSU and South Carolina fans. You're a unicorn, J Bug, in that case. I am a unicorn because I love both LSU and South Carolina. And I don't care who knows it. I know some of the LSU fans don't like me because of that. And I know some of the South Carolina fans don't like me because of that. But it is what it is. I like both of them. And I do. And my wish came true last season when one of the best from South Carolina teamed up with one of the best from LSU and became teammates on the Chicago Sky. Go skyscrapers. So yes, I am a unicorn. Bree Wayne says, is Kennedy beefing with Reese? I think we concluded that she's not or she wasn't talking about Angel. Summer says, now BG to the fever was not on my bingo card. Bree Wayne says, I can't believe Dana's still at the Sky. Well, she's an unrestricted free agent. So she is free to talk to other teams. And then um, Chicago can, decide they want to keep her and they'll meet the terms that she got somewhere else. Or they'll be like, you're good over there. Chris says, I think BG is still kind of washed, but she would be a way better fit with the Aces. They are a half court team, and Fever want to run and gun all the time, and BG is too slow for that. That's true. That is true. That is a good point. Tiffy says BG was playing like she was 29 years young yesterday. She came off the bench for Satu. She can come off the bench for Kia Stokes. Oof. Now, that's that's a little much. That's a little much, Tiffy. BG coming off the bench behind Kia Stokes. I don't know if that would happen. I don't know if that'll happen. That might be a little too far fetched, but I mean, I've seen stranger things happen. Um, Bree Wayne says Sky organization looks like they are tanking for another for another high draft pick, pretty much. Releasing CC makes no damn sense. We were just kind of talking about that. Although I want her there, I can also see that maybe she doesn't fit if they want to just go through. They want to for sure go through Angel and Camilla, making her the third or fourth option to score. And Kennedy on that team was the number one scorer, so it may be hard for her to take a back seat and allow just not take a back seat to them in a sense, but take a back seat to the post and be the third option at the very highest when she was leading the team. So I don't know, maybe it's not a good fit, but I hate to see it. I really do. I mean, what am I going to do with my shirt that I had made? It has Kennedy, Angel, and Camilla on it. Like, go Skaces. Bree Wayne says another high pick. Yeah. Bree Wayne also says, I feel so sorry for Milla and Angel. Sky doesn't seem like a serious organization. 2 more years and they'll be free. Yep. 2 more years. Chris says Sky don't have the first round pick this year, so they should try and win. Jonathan says Ray Burrell to the Sky. I actually like that idea. Summer says, right. B Will is in the house. Hey, Jay Boogie, what is going on? B Will. Bree Wayne says Burrell is a finesse player, not strong enough for physicality and very inconsistent shooter. Yeah, but I think she would do better than some of the ones they had on the team last year. We're looking to improve. We may not hit all the cylinders, but we're looking to improve. So I'm not mad at that idea. Jonathan says, yes, Ray was actually balling last season for the Sparks, and she doing good at Unrivaled. Summer says, I'm so happy Tip came back. BG is the same age. BG's 34. So BG and Tip Hayes are the same age. Tiffy says, who do you think Becky was scouting at the Unrivaled game? AT, Satu, BG. She took a fan seat to sit courtside. She means business. Yeah, I saw her there with y'all, what is that lady's name? She used to be the LSU coach. And now she's the president for the Aces. It's not Natalie. I know this lady's name. I just can't think of it. I kept thinking about it all last night and I forgot to Google it because, and she does commentating for SEC as well. What is that lady's name? I know you know Summer. For some reason, it's escaping me. But I think, I mean, I don't know. She could have been looking at AT. I don't know about Satu. Maybe she heard BG was interested in being a free agent. She wanted to see what that's all about. But Becky was definitely there scouting. She was definitely there doing that. Jonathan says hello to B Will. Adrian says to Bree Wayne, you can't beef with someone who's not worried about you. If the beef is one sided, okay. Bree Wayne says to Chris, um, they got a high draft pick in the third. That's what I'm talking about, not a serious organization. B Will, let's see. Brian says you can move AB to the 4 and BG to the 5. You can, but then who's the 4? Isn't it what about Liz? Melissa Smith. She does she now go to the bench or she gone? Like I'm just thinking about the way people have to move around. Um Bree Wayne says, I thought they were for sure BFF, so when I saw those CC tweets, I was shocked. Um Brittany says to Tiffy, Kia is better as a backup than a starter. Yeah, I agree. Bree Wayne says BG is not good for aces. Can't even rebound with a 7'4" wingspan. I don't like it. Just more work for Asia. That's what I mean. Is it going to be more work for Asia? I think that's what they're going to determine, whoever they choose. It's to help Asia because the reason why the Aces didn't do as well, the guard play wasn't as well as it has been and dominant as it has been in years past with the Aces. And although Asia was doing everything, you can't do everything by yourself and sustain that, especially to the championship. So they definitely need somebody there that can help take the workload off of her. Oh, B. Will said we don't want BG in Vegas. We'll take Tosh Howard though. Bree Wayne says I think AT going to the Lynx, and I love it. Ooh, to the Lynx, AT. So, do we think AT and Bonner are going to? They're not going to be a package deal. They're going to end up being um playing against each other somewhere. Y'all think? I never thought about AT to the Lynx. Adrian says, "Hey, Bree Wayne, I don't know what's going on with that for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was shading Angel." B. Will said Tosh Howard and Kennedy to Aces, and we winning in 2025. I mean, I ain't mad at it. 2026. Political Lil says, yeah, this is an organization with just constant confusion. Feel for Angel and Camilla. MJ is in the house. What up, though? What's going on? Fargus. Uh, Natalie Stills pops in my head, but that is not her name. I'm just gonna Google it because I can't think of her name. Nikki Fargus. Ah, that's who it was. Nikki Fargus. That's been bothering me. Um, yeah, you were right. Political Nikki Fargus. Yep. Thank you, Shonda. Melissa to the Aces, possibly. Uh, Bree Wayne says to Tiffy, she's doing great in Unrivaled right now. I hope she can get to Atlanta or be a Georgia head coach. SEC will have open slots for sure next year. MJ Lover says Nalissa, Sabali, and Kennedy to the Aces. I mean, I can see that. I'm trying to put them in the places of who's going to be the starting lineup, who's coming off the bench. But I can see that. I can see that happening. Is Nalissa an unrestricted free agent? I may be wrong, but I thought Nalissa was going into her last part of her rookie contract. Like this is her last year as a rookie, or last year being in a rookie contract. So I mean, technically, she can't go nowhere. I don't think. If she's still in her rookie contract, she's there, unless they can trade her. Chris says AT and Bonner to the Lynx. would be a cheat code. Um, Brittany says the summer if Nalissa is going to play defense and score in the flow of the game, sure, why not? Political says, well, the Aces do have Kitley ready. Oh, I keep forgetting about her. They do have Elizabeth Kitley. Dang, I forgot about Kitley. Yeah, okay. You right about that. AT and Fee, who's starting? Fee in Minnesota. Fee. I don't know if AT is coming off the bench. Somebody else is gonna have to sit down. Summer says, I'm ready to watch Liz with the Aces. I love her game. MJ says Nalissa Bonner Sabali Kennedy to the Aces. I think I just read that. Bree Wayne says I just watched AT and McBride chemistry on Laces and it was way too good to not be on the same team. Nikki, yep. Brian says game predictions for LSU versus South Carolina. If you want to make a pick, let's get into that. Let's go ahead and get into that because that's the major story. I was going to touch on how my teams have been doing. South Carolina, Notre Dame, LSU. They're still winning. All of them are on a winning streak right now. LSU is still undefeated. I think 12-0, if I'm not mistaken, or did it just change to 13? Somebody correct me in the chat. South Carolina has only lost that one game in against UCLA. They haven't lost since. They have a crazy home record. Something like 2 or 3 years is the last time they lost at home during the regular season. Notre Dame is doing amazing with and without Hannah Hidalgo. Hannah had to sit, I think, 2 to 3 games. I want to say 2 because she had something going on with her ankle. And they still managed to pull out the win, even though she is like 24. That's 24 points you don't have, and that extra defense, and 5 to 6 steals. Well, I think she averages like 4 or 5 steals, but that's a lot that you're missing. That's sitting on the bench, and you're already a depleted team. For them to still come out and win, I mean, that's commendable. I love that team. Maddie Westbelt is back, so now they got Sony, Maddie, Olivia, Hannah from the group from last year. Plus, they have Leah Two King. Um, that's a good group. That's a good group. I'm very proud of them. I love what they're doing. Super excited to see them continue on this season. And I mean, they get into conference play, it really ain't nothing. Like they don't really have a ton of competition in that sense. Um, but where it's at is in the SEC. Where it's at is in the SEC. And South Carolina still has LSU, and who do they play after LSU? They had 5 ranked teams they were going up against back to back to back to back to back. And they finished the third one off. They're 3-0 against those ranked teams on this 5 game little, whatever you want to call it, this 5 game thing. And the day is coming, y'all. 2 days from now. LSU undefeated, has not lost a game all season, who looked really, really good out the gate. They got somebody on their team, Kayla Gilbert, that is is like dynamite. Like I don't even know how to describe her. Like she plays throughout the game, but where she shines is at the end of the games. Because when you think you might have LSU beat, I call it Kaylin Gilbert, she comes out and she turns up another notch. That's going to be interesting against South Carolina. I don't even know where you can compare. Like it's so different this season than last season because obviously the focal point was Angel and Camilla. how are they going to, what were they going to do? Because we knew they were going to go head to head the whole game. And it was just going to be who got the best of who at what, at what game. And, the guard play. Because once if Angel or Camilla happen to be in foul trouble or they're kind of canceling each other out, who's going to be that person that's going to step up and help them? Is that big time Tess? Was that Malaysia Fulwali? Was that Raven? Who was gonna was that, Breezy? Was it Pow Pow? They have so many weapons on South Carolina. So this season, without those focal points, even though you got Wolfenbarger who's doing great, who's doing better, you got Samaya Smith who is doing better since she's coming back from her injury on LSU. And you got Fagan on South Carolina. You got Joyce Edwards. I forgot about Joyce. Because I was gonna say the posts kind of for both of the teams, they're kind of inconsistent. So it's like who's gonna show up? Both of them are good, but who's gonna show up? South Carolina's bigs seem to be showing up a little bit more now than they have been this season. They seem to start to be, to get their footing, whereas LSU is there, but their guards are really what, to me, their guards are really what makes the magic happen there. And Nice, I can't forget Nice. Nice the Beast. Nice is my girl. Like Nice on LSU is I, Chloe to me on South Carolina. They work hard. They do the dirty work. They do not get a lot of the recognition that other people get on other teams. When you think about South Carolina, you don't immediately think about Chloe Kitts, and you should, because she does a lot of stuff. When you think about LSU, you do think about Nice, but they don't talk about Nice nationally like they need to be talking about Nice. You know what I'm saying? And she's doing all the dirty work. So I love both of them. I do. I love, 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 love them. But it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I don't think that I think head to head, Nice and Chloe, Nice will probably win that. Uh I mean, how do you match up? I mean, you got what? Raven versus Cheyenne. Not versus necessarily like, but that's who their matchups are gonna be. Or Poa. Or who's the other one? Maddie McDaniel. They might pull her out and let her go crazy. Then you got Pow Pow, but you also got Michaela Williams. You got Breezy or Tessa or Malaysia, and you got Big Foe. Like it's so crazy. I don't even know. You said make a pick. I don't even know. Like I side with South Carolina the tiniest bit because of Dawn Staley. And that's like, I've been watching Dawn since I was a kid. So, like, I always give her the little nod, but literally it can go either way, if I'm being honest. I don't know. It depends on who wants it better, who's gonna go for it. I'll tell you when Kaylin gets going, it's hard to stop her. But when Malaysia gets going, it's hard to stop her. When Joyce Edwards gets going in that post, she's already scored and back down the floor, and you're still trying to figure out what's going on. Like, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Like, I don't even know. I don't even. This is probably more nerve wracking this year than it was last year. Last year, I wasn't necessarily I didn't really have the nerves. I was just like, you know, I love my Camilla. I love my Angel. I love Niece. I love Chloe. Like, I love Big Folk. Like, I love my players. We'll just see what happens. This year, I don't know. It just feels a little bit more like it's something in the air. It's a little bit, it's something. You got an undefeated team who nobody really is giving a lot of credit to because they try to throw in like their schedules and stuff like that, what have you, whatever. Then you have a team that I feel like should at least get some number one votes. They haven't even been getting any number one votes. They got like one last year. I mean, last week, who won a national championship, who was undefeated, still didn't get the shine that they deserved. And even now, like, they talk about South Carolina, but they don't really talk about South Carolina. So I kind of feel like, in a way, they both have something to prove to the nation in a way. But because they are the two powerhouses of SEC, like what is going to happen when they clash? And I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be biting my fingernails because I don't really know. Let's see what y'all had to say. I get on a tangent. I get on a tangent and I just start talking. Let me see. Uh Tiffy says I need political says LSU team defense is still not together. Okay. Tiffy says I need Jersey and ADR to turn up on Thursday. Can't have Anissa foul out. ADR is someone I think still needs some work. She's still trying to find her footing. I don't know how effective she will be, but she might surprise me. Summer says we have played teams with inside presence and they've won. Yeah, I'm not saying they can't play. I'm just saying that I'm trying to figure out who I would give the edge to, and I don't really have an answer on who would get the edge. It's just sometimes they're on, sometimes they're not. Go Tiger Hoop says Shanice Anissa should be front runner for SEC Player of the Year. Okay. MJ says to Tiffy, you already know Morrow is going to be in foul trouble. My niece is going to take care of business. She's gonna take care of business. I want her to have a breakout game. I can't wait. Adrian says I've watched a lot of YouTube channels talking about the game. They all have SC to win. No one said LSU. The predictions on ESPN gives them a 13% chance, if that, to win. Now, although sometimes those numbers are in our favor, I don't like to lean too much into those numbers because you never know. Anybody can get it. Um, there is a lot on the line. Like breaking, if LSU goes in there and breaks that win streak, I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world for South Carolina, but that's just going to be like, I mean, LSU hasn't beat South Carolina in a long time, from my understanding. No one's beat South Carolina at home in a long time. So, I mean, that would just be major, major for South Carolina. I mean, for LSU, and then them still be undefeated. But I mean, again, I'm with the team that wants it more. I'm with the team that's going to take care of the ball, not have turnovers, not make silly mistakes, not play outside of themselves, that play team ball, that each player does what they're supposed to do, and we'll see. May the best team win. Rewane says, all I know is Morrow turns into a 3-point shooter when she plays SC. Everything be falling, man. Tiffy says, Anissa can play till the end of the fourth, till the end with 4 fouls on her head. She's her. MJ says, I'll even give you the channel. What does that mean? Chris says, that's an interesting take. I like Tessa Johnson a lot, but I haven't heard that she doesn't do well versus physical play. Raven should give her that work and practice to get used to it. B. Will says Fagan and Chloe are going to handle Morrow. SC is too deep. LSU been struggling against teams that shouldn't. They shouldn't. SC is murdering teams like Ted Bundy. Political Lil says LSU doesn't have much of a bench, very little production. Well, what was it? A few games ago, I mean, Kim went 10 deep on the bench. So, I mean, she's rotating way more than she used to. It used to be seven, possibly, maybe if she felt like it, 8 player rotation. She had 10 players out there. I forgot what game I was watching, but I think she's been doing that little by little, um, every now and again. So she's trying to incorporate her bench more often. Adrian says I definitely agree. SEC Player of the Year, Nice for sure. Tiffy says point guard, South Carolina. Shooting guard is even. Small forward is LSU. Power forward is LSU. Center is South Carolina. It's an even matchup to me. It depends on whose shot is falling. Yeah. Anybody at any time. Um, South Carolina sports chief. South Carolina, be careful with the nobody is saying phrase. There's always someone trolling or saying something crazy. Go Tiger Hoop says the South Carolina crowd will be no joke though. Yeah. Like South Carolina and LSU probably have some of the loudest freaking crowds like I've seen outside of like the crazies at Duke, like the Camden crazies or whatever they call them. They're crazy for real. But and they don't even really cheer like that for the ladies. They cheer like that for the guys. They don't really do like that too much for the girls, although they should. But yeah, that crowd's gonna be crazy. The energy is gonna be crazy. They said the same thing when we were gonna play Texas and TCU. Bree Wayne says she definitely struggles with LSU. I don't know why. I think it's because she's mostly a finesse player. Love her though. Um, Summer says it'll be a great game in the CLA. Tiffy says, I think Samaya can put the clamps on Joyce. Ooh, I would love to see that. I mean, that'll be a good test for Joyce. I mean, I think that they've had some great battles, South Carolina, but to me, they are each other's best competition. Like whether they win or lose, like they put it all on the floor when they play each other. They like Kim coaches she coaches the hell out of the thing, and so does Don Staley. Like they're putting their best players out there. They're calling the best plays. The players feel it. They go hard. And then like what they say, iron sharpens iron. Like no matter who wins or loses, like they gain something from playing with each other. I mean, maybe I see it that way because I'm the unicorn and I love them both. But I do think that they gain a lot when they play each other, and I kind of wish they played each other more often. Um, but then that kind of like it hurts my nerves, like to have to deal with that. So maybe that is a good thing they don't play against each other that much. Jonathan says, I mean, South Carolina has played stronger teams and blew them by 30 points, including high ranked teams. Chris says, Anissa Morrow high on a lot of people's draft boards. She's an undersized 4 in the W, so every time she plays a ranked team, people are watching to see if she can put up those same rebounding numbers. Um, Political says SC has the most talent, depth, and skills. MJ Lover says, I'll take all bets on that. Joyce is too strong for most of the players she goes against, and she's faster than most of the bigs she runs up against. Joyce has been holding her own. Summer says, point made, Jay. Adrian says, a South Carolina sports channel. You said it like it's a whole bunch of people saying it. Adrian Long says, let's go LSU. MJ says to Tiffy, but the good thing is that we have Joyce, Fagan, Chloe, Adele, and Dauda. Can't stop them all. I mean, Dawn does have like she has depth in her team, and that's usually versus anybody, any team, not just LSU, like any team, because you just never know which one of them is going to get hot, which one is going like they say you can't scout. You can scout, but it's very hard to scout 10 when you really just need to be scouting 5 to 6. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody thinking about Adele. You know what I'm saying? Adele might have the hot hand and go crazy. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it just they do have a deep bench. You just never know who you are going to get with South Carolina. But you know what you're getting mostly with LSU, but sometimes that's still not enough because you don't you can know that Kaylin Gilbert is going to go off in that fourth quarter, but what you is probably not a whole lot you can do about it. You know that Nice is going to be aggressive getting those boards, but it's not a whole bunch you can do about it. You know that Flage is going to Euro step you to death and shake you every time to go to the basket, but it's not a whole lot you can do about it. So that's what makes these teams exciting to me. I don't know. I wish they can just form a super team and just be together and dominate all of college basketball because that would be crazy. But, we don't live in that world. That's a fantasy world. That's just my dream. I'm sure LSU fans don't feel that way, and I'm sure South Carolina fans don't feel that way. So that's just my little thing. Bree Wayne says Joyce is the second fastest player on South Carolina, just behind for Wiley. She's that fast. Yeah, they did show a play where, and I forgot who they played. Joyce had blocked somebody, fell down, got up, like fell down. South Carolina had the ball. Somehow she beat everybody else down that floor, made it to the other end to get the ball, I think, from Raven, and made the shot. Like she was on the floor when everybody else was running down the floor, found a way to get up, sprint down to the other end of the floor, and was ready for Raven's pass. It was crazy. She's pretty fast. B. Will says, right to political Lil. LSU hasn't played the caliber of teams that SC has, and SC is dominating. LSU is undefeated until us. MJ Lover says LSU will need to get good games from Gilbert, Jersey, and Smith. Tiffy says LSU need to get. Oh, wait, that's not Tiffy. That's Tiffy right here. Joyce and Chloe, the only post worth their weight versus Anissa, and she's not gonna blink. Nathaniel's here. Hi, Nathaniel. B. Will says Tiffy don't leave out Fagan. MJ says Anissa is only one person. Even if she does have a 2020 game, she has to stop Chloe and Joyce. We all know she is a foul magnet. Maybe, but she's also very, very good on defense. And she pokes those balls a lot. That didn't come out right. She's good at like, you know what I'm saying? She can reach in and knock the ball loose. Fago is undefeated. I mean, underrated. Sorry. Fago is underrated. MJ Lover says Fagan has 6 blocks in the game last week. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I didn't get to see the last games because I was at work, of course, where I always am. But I didn't get to see Notre Dame, LSU, or South Carolina win their games. But I still have them on my DVR. I'm going to watch them as soon as I can. Adrian says, I'm an LSU fan no matter win, lose, or draw. Go Tigers. Still my team, always my team. I ain't mad at you. Go ahead, Adrian. SC Bread is back. When did LSU women's basketball become a powerhouse? 1 year of playing sisters of a convent team every year. I knew you were gonna say something. SC Bread. SC Bread is a South Carolina fan, so I expect those comments. Chris says LSU versus South Carolina in the SEC tournament last year was wild. Angel yanking Camilla's hair and then Camilla shoving Flage to the floor. That would probably be on both teams' minds. Maybe. I don't know. I think so much time has passed from that point. Angel and Camilla are teammates now. Flage has moved on from it. Ashlyn is not even playing in the game because that was part of how they got into that little tiff in the first place. Um, so I don't. It could be. I mean, game day is probably definitely going to bring it up. They're probably going to talk about it. ESPN or whoever. Yeah, I think ESPN does game day. They're probably going to bring that up, kind of blow it out of proportion. So it might be on their minds, but I don't think it's on their minds as much as we might think. MJ Lover says to RC, Unrivaled is fire. B Will says, yes, Bree Wayne, that's my girl. Um, RC says, Derek Hamby balling warms my soul because I'm probably her biggest fan, if not one of then two. She's a beast out there. Who are you not fans of, RC? Because we know who you are a big fan of initially, but then you say you like, who did you like from UCLA? You like somebody from there. You told me you finally like you Angel is your header on your YouTube now. Now De'Erica, you're one of her biggest fans too. RC has a lot of love to give y'all. He has a lot of love. Most of these games have been fire. My dark horse preseason with vinyls, but the Hootie Hoos are doing their thing. MJ says De'Erica is perfect for this format. Well, I mean, she did go to the Olympics and they won that bronze. Her and Ryan, but also Big Mama Steph, Jackie, Alicia Gray. They all played 3-on-3 as well before. Bree Wayne says low key Sanaya Fearing is playing better than Kiki. Oh, Fagan. You probably mean Fagan. Sanaya Fagan is playing better than Kiki Area Finn, just fewer minutes. That's interesting. Adrian says to SC Bread, I'm gonna stay out of that. Tiffy says LSU can throw a small ball lineup. If MK in the post, she'll give Chloe that work. Anissa will finish Joyce. It's raps for SC at this point. Mm. Bree Wayne says to be Will as she should. 100% got a deeper bag too. Uh, MJ Lover says MK doesn't have post game. Summer says, did you see what MK did to Stafford as a 4? I didn't see that, but maybe Summer is asking y'all, do y'all know? Do y'all know that MK is really like that? Do y'all know that? B Will says, Hamby understands basketball. That's what makes her great. RC says a team with Fee is a team for me. J Spot is catchy. You got to admit that. Yep. You got one. You got one. MJ Lover says some people are never happy. Bree Wayne says to Adrian, just block him as a SC fan. I did that last year. Ah. Malik Thompson, Joyce is bigger than Samaya though, so I'm lost. Uh Chris says Hamby has been balling. She does well with that extra space on 3-on-3. Um Gold Tiger Hoops says Summer MK Stafford game highlights were insane. I need to check them out. I don't think I saw that. Did did I not see that game? Maybe I didn't. But I know she's like that. MJ says to Malik, that's what I tried to tell him. Joyce is bigger than most of their team. And Smith gives them foul trouble too. Um, let's see. Let's see. What else we got? Brittany says defense will win this game. If South Carolina plays a clean game with good shot selection, I don't see SC losing. My question is, can LSU win if they don't dominate points in the paint? Can they defend for 40 minutes? Mm. MJ says to Tiffy, MK can't guard Chloe either. Summer says no one has a better off the dribble game than MK and Flage, point blank, period. Y'all, this is the first time me and Summer have been agreeing on basketball for a very long time, ever since the start of the Chicago Sky season. This will be the first time we're going to be opposing because we had to pick a side. Not necessarily pick a side, but we kind of got it. We had to pick a side. And although she enjoys South Carolina basketball too, Summer is leaning towards LSU. And y'all know I love them both, but I have to give a nod to Don Stanley. So that means South Carolina, I lean towards them. So this is going to be the first time that we're going to be. I don't cheer for the other team until later. Like I cheer for both teams up to the fourth quarter. So this is just going to be interesting for us. I can't wait to see how this goes down. Bree Wayne says Chloe never guards MKW. It's always been Bree Hall. What? Bree Wayne says Juju and Booker would like a word. Summer. Chris says for Wiley is a pretty good off the dribble game. Is a pretty good off the dribble game. I don't know why Don doesn't let her play more. Adrian says to Bree Wayne, you're right, block it now. Okay. B. Will says the facts on Hamby. Summer says, I agree with this coming down to defense. Adrian RC says, who's your team again? Pittsburgh? No, I'm just joking. Who's your team? MJ says the girl from Oklahoma had 38 the game before us and ended up only making one shot in the CLA. We built different, especially in the CLA. MJ says hashtag she pokes those balls a lot. hashtag put that on social media. She pokes those balls a lot. Pause. B Will says, like Sis always says, SC got them Baker's dozens plus Coach Drip. RC says Bree Wayne was a effing right. Lucy Olsen ain't no damn pro, sad to say. Who did she play? What team she play on? Is it Iowa? Oh yeah, that's what you just said. I like Olsen at Iowa. I'm not sure if it's lost of a few players from last season or if it's assistant coach taking over. Haven't they lost like 4 games in a row? They lost a few games they should have won, and it looked like it was because of coaching. Iowa should have beat Tennessee. Adrian says LSU is my team, but I'm from PA, aka Philly, so the Sixers and Eagles also no to the Pittsburgh teams. Malik says LSU's best bet is a small ball lineup with MK at the 4. Only problem is South Carolina can match that lineup easily. B. Will says, I love Lucy Olsen. They put a lot of weight on her shoulders, and I think she's handling it well. The expectations were that she'd be CC. That's unrealistic. Jonathan says, Unrivaled has been so much more exciting than the WNBA. I don't know about that. I like Unrivaled. I think Unrivaled is amazing. They've been doing great. But I still love to watch my teams play, my aces and my sky, as long as Angel and Camilla are there. I enjoy watching them. And I love the competition they have with other teams. Um, New York is always a good opponent for both the Aces and Chicago. I kind of like those. Minnesota is a good one to watch when we're competing against them. Chicago got to beat Phoenix this next year. So whatever we got to do. Well, now, mm, if BG goes to the Aces, that's going to just be another thorn in the sky side. I don't know. It's going to be hard to beat Asia and BG if BG is really playing because she ate us up. She ate us up last season. Chris says it's cute how the all owls have all been doing hootie hoo. Good marketing by Queen Fee and her squad. Tiffy says Bree not doing nothing for MK. MK is mentally tougher. MJ says whatever helps you sleep at night. Y'all going back and forth on these comments. Morrow can finish Joyce, but she's got four more bigs after that. Jonathan says this 3 versus 3 basketball, which is more difficult, will make these players better for the next season of the WNBA. Yep, and that's why a lot of them are doing it. I know Natasha Cloud talked about that. Angel has talked about that. Fee was talking about that. Like they're there because they get the money. Obviously, they get to stay at home. They get to play with teammates they probably never would get to play with ever, and they get to condition. They get to train. They're working with some of the best in the game, so they get to poke. Here we go. They get to pick at the brains of people like the Phil Handies and get to work out with some of the best conditioning and developmental coaches and stuff like that. So I think they all get they're getting something out of that. Tiffy says I think Kim puts KG and MK in at the time, putting Chloe on MJ and Bree on KG. It's wraps. One would have to sit. Mm. Summer says MK has leaned up. She's playing just fine. Thank you. Thank you. MJ says, but MK is going to see a lot of defenders and she will have to guard Tessa, Breezy, and maybe Lay if she switches off. RC says, J Spot. I don't I don't like everyone. Oh, I don't like everyone, LMAO. My top 10 is 1 Asia, 2 Fee, 3 Caitlin, 4 De'Erica, 5 Kelsey Plum, 6 Kayla McBride, 7 Arike, 8 Kelsey Mitchell, 9 Angel Reese, 10 Rakia Jackson. That's crazy. That's crazy that you have. I mean, I still can't get over the fact that you have Angel on your list. And not even last either. Like shout out to RC for coming around. I know he always said he never had no beef with Angel. He just wasn't like a big fan of hers. And look, she's made his top 10. You better go. Summer's laughing. Um let's see. MJ says, has MK leaned up enough to guard any of the SC backcourt? Malik says, I just don't get it when you watch both teams and their schedules. How can you possibly lean LSU? MJ says, we're still on London Jones 5 for 5 from 3 point line. Watch, it hasn't happened again yet. I'm just saying. Dre says, for Wiley, half court game isn't good. That's why good and open floor fast breaks. RC says, my Notre Dame finding Irish ticked me off every single time those ninjas get to a championship game. Oh, y'all talking about football? Yeah, Ohio State won that. I didn't watch it, but I read about it. Malik says it has to be the UCLA game that has everybody bugging. Gotta be. Summer says whoever MK's defensive assignment, she will do her part. Tiffy says Iowa is Basuda. I want Stokey to transfer to LSU if she wants to stick in the W. Let's ring chase. MJ says, which is it? Is it MK's part on defense? What is MK's part on defense? I've been watching her play defense this year, and there is a reason that they hide her on the weakest player on the other team. Ooh, who is Nunu Agara to LSU? I don't know who that is. Oh wait, she plays on what team does she play on? We saw her recently. I don't remember which team, but that name is familiar. I don't remember which team it was. Uh oh, Stanford. Is that what it is? R RC says, how is LSU going to beat South Carolina with only four really dope players? Four versus a whole team. Only way LSU possibly wins if Nisa gets 20, Big Foe gets 20 plus, Michaela Will gets 20, and Gilbert gets at least 20. I mean, we shall see. I'm very excited. But let's be honest, the players are getting more promoted and getting better treatment and Unrivaled than the WNBA. Oh, for sure. For sure. B. Will says Tosh Cloud is the best player in the Phantom. That's right. I said it. Prove me wrong. Uh, is she the best player on the Phantom? Mm, she's probably the most. She's more. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say she's the best player on the Phantom, but I need the Phantom to show what they're made of. I think I need to see them win some games. RC says, what I say about BG Griner is a tall giraffe with a beer belly. Okay, you didn't have to repeat it. You didn't have to repeat it. uh, MJ says, just for the people that may have missed it, Lay in her last four games is averaging 15 points, four rebounds, three assists, two steals, and about 22, 23 minutes a game. Three of those games were against top 20 teams: Oklahoma, Texas, and Alabama. RC says, J Spot, rebounding is one of my favorite things on the court. It's all heart and desire. Angel is truly an exceptional boarder, pogo stick abilities, and undeniable hustler. Um, Bree Wayne says, do Joyce now in 22 minutes too. Her numbers are crazy. B Will is asking Jonathan, what team is that? Ashy Knuckles, what's going on? Ashy Knuckles says, what's up, J Spot? What's going on? Nunu is a baller for Stanford. Yeah, now I remember. Ashy Knuckles says, hey, Bree Wayne and MJ Lover. Uh, RC says, what makes Phantom so bad, y'all? And it looks like Sabrina Ionescu is there to get them shots up and get more shots up. Whoever constructed the Phantom roster didn't think it through properly. Well, all the coaches, they're the one that made the teams. They thought long and hard about it, and they picked those players to go on that team. Uh, Let me see. Marcus says, as Unrivaled turn presents Nola in her notepad. Wait, say that again. As Unrivaled turns present Nola in her notepad. Reword that. um, RC says, Brittany, they definitely need shot creation. Katie Lou Samuelson won't improve. I can't see her getting any better than the moderate player that she is. um, yeah, y'all, it's what we've been. The Phantom roster is horrible. Let me see. I was gonna bring back the fit check and my fit of the week. That was gonna be a part of the show this week because the Unrivaled ladies have been showing up and showing out, but I could not get those I didn't have time to upload those pictures. So next week I will have I will start the fit of the week in my fit check, and we're gonna have some fun with it. So I'm trying to see anything else in my notes that I need or wanted to talk about. Talked about Unrivaled. We talked about free agency. We talked about South Carolina and LSU coming up. Um, I want y'all to, if y'all are loving Unrivaled, please show up to Sess and I's live recaps we do after the game. So we go live every Friday, Saturday, and Monday, or whenever those games are. Because I think one week the game is going to be on Tuesday versus Monday. But we will be live after those games as much as possible. So I hope you check us out. Come have some good conversation with us about that. Um, I don't think there's anything else. I feel like there is something that I'm missing and I don't know. I don't know what it is cuz I can't find it. Hmm. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it. Camilla's doing amazing over there in China. She had a 40-point game a couple of games ago. She's been averaging a double double. She is so close to getting triple doubles. Like it's been several games where she's gotten like 8 assists, 9 assists, 7 assists. She's been doing great over there. And again, yes, and we know the competition over there. Um, they ain't got nothing for her there, that really she can compete with. She even went up against Liz Cambage, and I was scared for her for a minute because y'all know how Liz gets down. And Camilla held her own. They did not win the game, but I think they only lost by like 4 points or something when other teams get blown out by Liz's team. So um, the fact that Camilla held her own against that lady, she even scored on her a few times. Very proud of Camilla. Again, she's like averaging 20 something points over there and like 10, 11 rebounds a game. So I can't wait for her to get back with Angel and they do their thing in Chicago. Um, what else? What else? What else? Oh yeah. Yeah, RC, I thought so too, but that's not the case. RC says I thought for sure Kennedy had herself a home in Chicago. Shake my head. Yeah, I thought so too. Um, go K Millie, go K Mill. What else? There was one other thing and I can't remember it, but if I remember it, I'll catch y'all on Friday. So if y'all want to watch South Carolina versus um, LSU and you don't have ESPN, look in the comments, find Go Tiger Hoops, their YouTube channel. I'm sure she will be streaming it. I'm sure she will be streaming it. I think you have to be a member though to watch because she was streaming it for free and then people ain't know how to act. They start demanding stuff and complaining. So she says, if you want to see it, if I'm putting I'm spending my time to put a game out for you to watch, you're gonna have to like give up a little bit of ducats. Now it's real cheap. I think it's like $1.99 or I'm not sure how much her memberships are. But go over there if you want to and check out the streams when LSU plays if you're interested, if you guys want to watch that game and you can't watch it. Um, Also, shout out to my homie Autumn the Aries. Autumn is doing, well, not anymore because college football is over, but she is another independent YouTuber. She's trying to get into the YouTube space, one of my really good friends, and she's talking college football. So I don't know how often you see a black woman with a show talking about college football, but that's what she's doing. I think that's awesome. I think that's dope, and we want to support. So she's going to have another live to celebrate Ohio State winning because that's her team. And Then I want y'all to go support her, go follow her if you're into football when the season comes back around. RC says J Spot. Hold on, where is it? If you make it to this comment, what do you think about Plum Wilson and alleged drama? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. What do you mean? Tell me about that. I didn't know there was I didn't know there was drama between KP and Asia. I think that's just a rumor if that is that cuz I haven't heard that. Manda Faye says J Spot, I'm late. Did you discuss Tennessee versus Texas? They'll be playing on Thursday as well. I did not discuss that. Tennessee versus Texas. Now, I remember somebody asking me a while back saying if for whatever reason, if by chance LSU and South Carolina did not come out of the SEC, the top team, like who did I think would be that if LSU and South Carolina did not for like something crazy happens and they're out. I think I thought I said Texas maybe. And everybody's like, no, Texas, how Texas? What do you mean Texas? Blah, 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 blah. Tennessee is that girl. And then they lost right after that. And then I think they lost again. Um, so it's going to be interesting now to see Tennessee versus Texas. Now, Texas did get blown out. Um, they didn't have a great game against South Carolina. But I think I think between Tennessee and Texas, I think Texas is gonna win against Tennessee. Um, I mean, if you get Madison Booker going, if you get Rory going, if they are working on both all their cylinders, I think they can take over and I think they can win the game. So I'm giving my nod is going to Texas. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but that's where I'm going with. Doc Glover says, hit that like button. Please do, y'all. Please do. RC says it was rumored Kelsey Plum wants out because she had an issue with Asia Wilson and would like to go play for the Valkyries due to Coach Natalie and the chance to have her own team. I don't believe that, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, Asia is KP's rookie. Like they have been playing together since 2018. They have been through a lot together. And they could be I'm not saying they are beefing, but they've been together long enough to have a little beef and still come back together and be okay. Like not everything is going to be the best on best terms, but I think they have played with each other and been around each other long enough to have that like sister bond where you'll be okay. Um, you just need your time or whatever. But I don't think that's why she's leaving is because of whatever is going on with her and Asia. I don't think anything's going on with her and Asia. I think people just like to start rumors, and it's always got to be some kind of drama going on for people when they're leaving. Like people just can't leave because they want to better their career or do something different. It always has to be some kind of like issue with usually the star of the team. So Asia, but I don't believe that. But if KP does go somewhere else, we'll see where she ends up. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess she could. Natalie could build a team around KP, but I'm not sure about that. RC says I'll have to find the article and send you the link to read the article, J Spot, but it's online for sure. Okay. Jonathan says, oh, J Spot, I'm getting my podcast equipment delivered to me soon to start my new YouTube channel. How did you get monetized? Oh, it was a long time coming. It was a long time coming. I tried to get monetized back in May of last year. I got denied because I used to play a lot of music on my YouTube. I did a lot of video reactions and um, music reviews and stuff like that. And you can't really do that on YouTube because you get copyright. I never had a strike but they'll just flag your video and kind of make it so where certain people can't watch it in certain areas. So the baseline of what you need to do is I think you have to have 500 followers. You have to have 10,000 hours of watch time. Like people have to watch your stuff over 10,000 hours. That's on the video side. They have something separate for shorts. I think you have to have like, is it like 2 million likes or something for shorts to monetize over there. Um, but yeah, once you do the watch hours and the subs, then you just got to make sure your content they won't they won't grant you monetization if you're using someone else's content as your own, not as your own, but they'll look at it like, for instance, I used to do the rewatch parties back in the day. I would replay games like the Aces games, the finals between them in New York and stuff like that. And when we would watch it, if I'm not talking over it or altering it in any kind of way, it's just like I'm taking somebody else's stuff and I'm just using it on my video. Which you can do that, but you can't make money off of that. So it was different things like that. So you just got to follow those those rules. They'll give you the details once you apply, but you have to have at least 500 followers and 10,000 watch hours. And I think it's one more thing, one more thing I think you need to have in order to be monetized. But if you go to YouTube and you hit the earn tab, it'll tell you all the stuff you need to have and it'll track it for you. um Tiffy says KP loves Asia. She just wants a fresh start. Elsewhere, she's going through a divorce and her favorite coach left Vegas too. Why can't she get a fresh start? Sally says, if I had to guess Final Four right now, if you had to guess Final Four right now, who do you have? Well, I have LSU and South Carolina for sure. Notre Dame's there. Hmm. UConn. I'm just throwing UConn in there just for giggles. Um, but yeah, I could see. I would like to see go up against Notre Dame go up against UConn, and of course, it's always cool to watch South Carolina and LSU battle each other. Um, so maybe that, or a Notre Dame versus LSU, and maybe South Carolina plays UCLA again. That could be something as well. So I don't know. That's who I pick. That's who I pick. JSpot. So you gotta review music without playing the music. Okay, gotcha. No, no, no. I can. It just I won't get paid. I won't get monetization for it. I can play it. I just won't. Which is why I was starting my Patreon because there's no really censors there, and I can have my listening parties there without worrying about it getting taken down or stuff like that, or me having to mute certain things and stuff. When you're monetized on YouTube, you're not supposed to have profanity. Obviously, you can't have nudity. You can't have adult what do they call it? It can't be like parental guidance type stuff, whatever. Like if it's like the parental guidance warning on it, that stuff can't be on there. You can't be monetized for that. So if I'm playing like a rap album, if I'm reviewing that, then I can't be monetized on YouTube. So I would take that to my Patreon. We can have a live, we can vibe out, we can listen to music, we can have a good time over there. So I'm still considering doing something like that. I'm always baffled by the forecasting of Sweet 16 and Final Four teams. The committee may put three of the four teams people pick in the same bracket. right, like they did Iowa and LSU and South Carolina as far as the Final Four go. Yeah, I didn't like how they did it last year. I didn't appreciate it. Um, B Will says UConn not going to Final Four unless they get a hell of a bracket placement. They asked me who I thought who was my pick for Final Four, not how realistic it was. B Will. I just threw a name out there because honestly, I only care about those three teams: North Carolina, Notre Dame, LSU, South Carolina. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here because I've been up all morning. It took me all day to get to work. I have to work tomorrow. I would like to go to bed, sleep in, give me a good night's rest, and be ready to watch this game on Thursday. And yeah, that's all I have. So go ahead and give me the likes on the way out. If you're not a subscriber, get subscribed. Like, share, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Come hang out with me every week here at JSpot Live. And then again, Sess and I bring you on the court with Jay and Sess when we bring you all the unrivaled coverage you can manage to handle every Friday, Saturday, and Monday. That's right, y'all. I'm going live at least 4 times a week. That's something I don't normally do. Y'all see me once a week and y'all don't see me again. So now I'm literally at least 4 times a week, if not more. So enjoy it. Enjoy having me on your TV screen, phone screen, whatever. But it's fun. Uh, by the way, Jay Boogie, you didn't prove me wrong about Tosh Cloud. Let me think about it and I'll give you an answer next time. Show up Friday. Show up Friday and we'll talk about it. Brian says, hope you get a good night's rest. Thank you for the stream. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming through. Again, as always, I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. I'll see y'all on Friday. Peace out.